Now let's talk about the advantages of building equity and your path to financial security. Building equity through a mortgage acceleration. Where will you be in 15 years? Let's compare two families that chose two different paths. Let's say that the Smiths paid their regular monthly payment over time, and the Johnsons chose to pay an extra $250 per month. So two different families, two different futures, and let's just explore those. Let's say that in this example, both the Smiths and the Johnsons had the same loan information, a $265,000 loan at a 4% interest rate, and their payment was $1,265.15 a month. Now for the Johnsons, let's add $250 a month and have their total payment be $1,515.15 a month. Let's take a look at what happens after 15 years. Both families have made at least regular payments, so their balance has been reduced. Both families have seen their home values go up an average of 3% a year, and both families want or need to take out $73,000 in home equity in this example. So the Johnsons chose to pay an extra $250 a month in order to lower their principal. So after 15 years, let's take a look at where they stand. The Smiths and the Johnsons both have a home that's now worth $488,000. Now the loan balance for the Smiths is $170,343 as they've been paying their regular monthly payments. The Johnsons' loan balance is $109,000. Now the equity for the Smiths, $317,000, and the equity for the Johnsons is $378,000. And let's assume that they both, for some reason, want or need to take out $73,000 in cash, and that they choose to do a refinance. If we were to add the loan balance to the cash needed, you get a new loan amount, and then we can add, in this example, a 3% charge for the closing costs. So the new loan amount for the Smiths would be $250,000. The new loan amount for the Johnsons would be $187,000. So again, let's keep going with this example. The new loan amount, $250,000, an interest rate of 7%, and for the Johnsons, a loan amount of $187,000 and the same interest rate. Now let's assume that they want a 15-year loan so that they can pay off their home in the same amount of time as their original 30-year loan. The payment for the Smiths would be $2,252. The payment for the Johnsons would be $1,687. Now the Smiths would have another choice. They could get another 30-year loan instead of a 15-year loan, and their payment would be $1,667. So notice that the Smiths and the Johnsons, having made different decisions, one would pay $1,687, the other one would pay $1,667, but the Smiths would have to pay that for twice as long as the Johnsons. When we take a look at the real impact, the loan balance for the Smiths is $170,000, for the Johnsons $109,000. So the difference between these two loans, we subtract $109,000 from $170,000, is $61,000. The Johnsons paid an extra $250 a month for 15 years. That total is $45,000 that they paid into it. So the interest savings for the Smiths is $0. The interest savings over 15 years for the Johnsons is $16,000. Now if the Smiths can't afford to pay $2,250 and then they have to get a 30-year loan, that brings the total cost of the Smiths' home to $827,000, the total cost of the Johnsons' home to $576,000. The Smiths will have to pay an additional $251,000 for the same home and the extra $73,000 that they chose to take out. And the Johnsons' home is paid off 15 years sooner. So one final thought. What happens if the Johnsons, who paid off their home 15 years earlier, were able to invest their mortgage payment while the Smiths continued to pay off their home? Compound interest earning 5% would give them a savings account worth more than $450,000 in the same time frame that the Smiths paid off their home.